Okay, okay, right. That taking medication, okay, preceded the loss of smell, meaning that the exposure was the medication, okay, and following that, I lost my sense of smell. But that's not what happened, correct? Y'all get that? Okay, so it was documented incorrectly. Right? Exposure to the cold medication is counted as being prior to the disease, okay? And in this case, we know that didn't happen, all right? Are we good? All right, we have this? All right, very good. Okay, next we have misclassification bias. All right, and a shorter definition for you all. Okay, so misclassification, and I hate to have a definition that includes the word, but I think it makes sense, okay? So misclassification, to misclassify subjects on the basis of exposure or disease status, period.
Get them heels on.
Yes, I am. I was just distracted. Okay. To misclassify subjects, let's use participants, okay? So to misclassify participants on the basis of exposure or disease status. Okay, so to misclassify participants on the basis of exposure or disease status. All right, Myrna, go ahead and give me the other definition. All right.
Misclassification, definition, erroneous classification of the exposure or disease status of an individual into a category to which it should not be assigned.
Okay, wait real quick. Same thing what I just said, okay? To misclassify subjects on the basis of exposure or disease status. Very good. So here, real quick, all right, we misclassify a case or control, vice versa, okay? Or misclassify exposed or non-exposed, vice versa, all right? That's all 4 bullets. We have 2 types, okay? 2 types of misclassification bias. I'm gonna talk slowly because these are important once we get past this slide, all right? So we have differential misclassification, and non-differential misclassification. All right, and what I would write beside number 1 for differential, I would put in parentheses different. Okay? I would put different, all right? And by non-differential, first of all, we're not gonna say non-differential for the rest of this class period. So you need to go ahead and know, what is it, MB, yes.
What is it?
N is in Nancy, D is in dog, M is in Mike, B is in boy. Non-differential misclassification bias. Got it? All right. And what I would probably put in parentheses here is what? What do you think?
Not different.
Very good. Not different. That may have helped somebody. All right, so let's talk about the first one. Okay, the first one we said was differential misclassification, correct? All right, so with this differential misclassification, okay, sometimes you can be more accurate in one group compared to the other group. You're gonna see what I mean by that, okay? So that's just a starter session. Okay, so here, you're more accurate in one group versus the other group, and that could be disease, non-disease, exposed, non-exposed, okay? And that's everything I just said here, okay? All right, next please. So we can go over this right now. All right, so it's all on me right now. So Chelsea's gonna draw a 2x2 table.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So should we write this like on notebook paper or Chelsea's doing?
That's totally up to you. I would slap it in here if you got one.
Oh, just on the notes. Which slide? The one that we just turned off? Okay. I just didn't know what to say.
What you gonna need? All right, so where are we? Misclassification bias, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, check. All right, we said we had two of them, right? All right, the first one is differential. All right, so here's the example. All right, so, women, and do you remember from recall bias? Remember there was a little note that said differential recall? Okay, so this should bring it together for you. Y'all ready? Why am I directing the fire? Okay, so example, women who had a baby, okay? Women who had a baby with a malformation, okay? Women, this is the example, women who had a baby with a malformation. Okay, so women who had a baby with a malformation tended to remember, women who had a baby with a malformation tended to remember Okay, so women who had a baby with a malformation tended to remember recall? Okay. So tended to remember more mild infections that occurred during their pregnancies than did mothers of normal infants. Okay, so women who had a baby with a malformation tended to remember more mild infections. Okay, so more mild infections that occurred during their pregnancies than did mothers of normal infants. You got that? All right. Thus, there is a tendency for differential misclassification. Okay? Tendency for differential misclassification in regard to prenatal infection. Okay? Thus, there's a tendency for differential misclassification in regard to prenatal infection. Okay, you guys ready? All right, so let's look at it. So I'm gonna say it, Chelsea's gonna draw it, kind of, sort of, and then probably get the blue marker also, okay? So what's that last thing we just said? What did we say? We said thus the attendance, what was it?
A tendency for differential misclassification in regards to prenatal infection.
All right, so what happens here, okay, is differential misclassification has been introduced to your study. And remember you said that these women had a baby with a malformation, okay? And so they remembered everything, okay? Mild infections, everything the baby's ever had, okay? Compared to women who had normal pregnancy, right? All right, so what we have here, we have more, I'm gonna go slow, more unexposed cases, okay? More unexposed cases. I would underline unexposed or non-exposed cases, okay? So more non-exposed cases, or whatever word you want to use, non-exposed or unexposed, okay? But I would highlight non-exposed in cases, okay? So more unexposed cases were misclassified Okay, so more unexposed cases were misclassified as exposed cases. All right, so again, we have what, more who?
Non-exposed cases.
Non-exposed cases misclassified as,
Exposed cases.
okay, compared to non-exposed or unexposed controls. Okay, so one more time, we have more who,
Non-exposed cases.
okay, who are
Misclassified.
as what,
Exposed cases.
okay, compared to,
Non-exposed cases.
okay, so let's look at it. So you said more unexposed cases were misclassified as exposed. So then, let's just make quadrant A 100. She always wants me.
Oh, she said no.
But I'm gonna do this.
Like you might want to keep her.
All right. All right, so, more unexposed cases, okay? More unexposed cases, okay, so that's 100, okay? So they're misclassified, remember that. All right, and then let's just throw 5 in D.